Hey everybody, happy Christopher Columbus Day, indigenous, let's say, not indigent, indigenous American means happy Christopher Columbus Day. Alla salute degli italiani in America. Alla salute. And today is, like I said, Monday, and it's October 9th. It's normally on 10/10, but today it's on 10/9 this year of 2023. And I'm here, we got the Perry and the volleyball nets. And guess what? I just shaved, man. I bought this Remington cordless, and you plug it in, and it has a battery inside, so you don't need to buy a battery. So when you go to the Ross store, you get a really good deal. I got it for like $20 at the Ross store. But you have to make sure that you don't get the one that requires a battery, because you don't want to bother with a battery. And also, you want to make sure that it has a number like 5 hours of charge. If it says power with a cord, that means you're buying one with a cord, but it doesn't have a battery within it. It doesn't hold the charge, and you want to be able to use it without plugging in. So this is what LAICON, this is what LAICON looks like shaven. I shaved my beard, and it was like a lot of grays, but now I'm looking like this. Oh well. And I can't take a shower, and the DPSS is really bad. Los Angeles County won't even let me take a shower for like 3 years. When I went to Las Vegas to try to become a singer, I try to make it at the MGM Grand at maybe like replace Penn and Teller, the new improv, the new spontaneous show like Saturday Night Live, the new Penn and Teller. And that was at the MGM Grand, or maybe I can have a residency like Britney Spears, or maybe like Caesars. Caesars is also nice. But Las Vegas treated me better than Los Angeles, because when I was in Las Vegas, I was also homeless because they stole my money. And the courthouses didn't treat me so well also. But at least Catholic Charities let me take a shower there once a week. Here in Los Angeles, I didn't take a shower in 3 years. It's going on 3 years that I didn't take a shower, and I've contracted all these leeches and lice and worms on my body. And I went to the pharmacy. The moral of the story is that this time I went to a different pharmacy. I went to the CVS on Franklin and Wilshire, which is the 33rd Street CVS. And, I call on the phone. I speak to my doctor, which is Camino Nueva, LA Care, insurance. They say it's Anthem Blue Cross, but it's not Anthem Blue Cross. It's really LA Care. And, I'm confirming the application number. Please make sure it's Arabindo. Don't give me Sun Pharmaceuticals, Inc. And instead, I go to the CVS on Franklin and Wilshire, and they give me the same medicine, which is like a bottle full of like 20 tetanus shots. I took one. I was spending the night at the museum. I have pins and needles all over my body and lumps and bumps. I'm taking a tetanus shot, and it keeps me up all night. And this is obstruction of justice and tampering with a witness, because they don't want me to work on my lawsuits. So the other thing is Gregory Dresser. Gregory Dresser. He's the one, I would like to say my condolences to California Senator Dianne Feinstein, or I should say Dianne Feinstein. And, I'm really sad that she passed away. But she was in charge. I contacted her through email, and she was in charge of the 2nd District Court of Appeal. And she forced judges to take a mandatory retirement, because of judicial misconduct and fraud on the court in California courts. So Gregory Dresser is running an audit of the California courts. And so, he's the one that's in charge of auditing the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, and also the trial court, Stanley Mouse Courthouse and Santa Monica Courthouse. I have a major lawsuit coming up on All Saints Day, 11/1. I'm also bringing in the California Highway Patrol for enforcement, and I'm going to be cracking down so I can get my money. I have a reason for it. I'm going to be cracking down on restitution centers and restitution funds insistent state money judgments because for some reason, Los Angeles County District Attorney, along with Frank Calandrello, the Bergen County, New Jersey probate surrogate's office, they're robbing a mint. Along with TD Ameritrade investment accounts, they're robbing a mint. They're stealing people's investment accounts. My father's wills and estate, inheritance. They're stealing inheritance. And this is Frank Calandrello and Bergen County, New Jersey Sheriff Anthony Curtin and Attorney General for New York, Leticia James. And in California here, you have Mary Hearn, who's in charge of the restitution centers with George Gasson and Summer Hawkins and Tracy Anderson and Gavin Newsom ultimately. And also supposedly the new district attorney that's supposed to replace George Gasson, which is Laura Jane Kessner, who has a relationship with my ex-brother-in-law, Larry Moran, who has a relationship with Lawrence D. Rubin, 2nd District Court of Appeal judge that has been incarcerated for fraud on the court. So the moral story is that these judges, like Michelle Williams Court and some of these other judges, they have zero qualifications. She's been incarcerated. She's an ex-con, and they promoted her to supervising judge at the Stanley Moss Courthouse with no qualifications at all. She called me the mirror. Dream, it's crazy. So the moral story is that I'm proud to represent, and I'm proud to contact Gregory Dresser, who's running an audit of the California courts. And it's time to cut the dead wood. There's a lot of college kids. They're attending Loyola University. They're attending UCLA. They're attending University of Southern California, Gould School of Law. And it's like so sad for these kids, because they're going to like 4 years of college. They're going for 4 years of master's degree in law. They're passing the American Bar Association state bar test to get the state bar number. And after all this, they can't get a job because they would rather hire ex-cons from New York with a criminal background record to be a supervising judge like Michelle Williams Court. It's ludicrous. It's crazy. So, it's time to cut the dead wood. This is sort of like a joke. I'm shaving now. It's time to cut the dead wood and replace ex-cons and replace old and not qualified people with young college kids who will take a polygraph and stop the corruption in California and stop the corruption in America, to cut the dead wood and to replace these fraud judges with qualified college kids from USC Gould School of Law that have been working their ass off to get a master's degree in law and passing the American Bar Association test, and they cannot get a job. Must be stopped. Happy Columbus Day.